It's funny, you know, when this all came out, of course, I was upset, and they had heard about me being upset on the news and stuff. And they said, but you know, what do you expect? You know, you can't keep the schools open forever. Those of us out here in the country that have been here for generation after generation, change maybe doesn't come as easy.
Now what happens then? You have a people who were rural and whose values were rural, the culture of which was the identity marker for the province. Million-acre farm, we were a rural place. So then many of them move to an urban environment, or they live in the country but don't live off the land. But they still think like rural people. They still think like farm people.
So it's not an urban-rural divide. Some people are trying to paint that picture, but it's totally false.
We may be nice and easy to get along with and welcome anybody in for a cup of tea, and you don't have to knock on a door to come in, but you're not going to knock us over.
For Professor Edward MacDonald, he sees a province continuing its transition from rural to urban life.
In the 1970s, many people like myself grew up in a rural area in PI and moved to an urban area, but you still feel part of that rural life, and your values and attitudes were shaped by being in that community. But what about your kids? Do your kids grow up, they don't know anything about how to milk a cow, or what it was like to play in a barn, or to go to a one-room school?
We've taken the view that what's good for any area of Prince Edward Island will benefit all the other areas.
When I grow up, if I have kids, then I'd like them to go to a smaller school, because I think it's better education, because I know that you get a really good education at my school.
If I go in the other school, I'm not going to be very happy because there's going to be other people and I have to meet them.
What do you think will happen to the community if the school does close down?
If they belong to another school, you're going to be fundraising in that area. You're going to be, the kids are going to be involved in more activities in that area for after-school sports and things like that. And before you know it, you just kind of, your own area is going to be kind of gone and forgotten.
When we come back, will these communities be able to withstand the march of urbanization?